Welcome to our presentation on urban transects. This presentation is provided by Cal Poly Pomona Urban and Regional Planning undergrads in the Department of Environmental Design. At the end of the presentation, there will be a follow-up question. Make sure to pay close attention and let's begin. To make sure you all have a better sense of the physical character of the environments that we all live in and a better understanding of what urban and urban planning means, we have provided a diagram divided into 7 transects. The transects are separated by organized space based on different regulating types, scale, form, and intensity of allowable developments in our city. The transects transition from the natural environment starting to the far left to what we like to call the built environment located to the right. The built environment is everything that we are familiar seeing in a city, like buildings, streets, sidewalks, utilities, etc. As you can see, the further we get into the urban core, there is less space in between buildings, and they also tend to be much taller. Usually there is also less green space like trees and parks, and of course more people are living and working in those areas. The red stripe divides the diagram into the sectional view on the upper portion, which shows the scale of the buildings, and the bird's eye view on the lower portion displaying how the land is being used. We will now get into the specifics of each transect. We will start with the natural zone. The natural zone is an area that consists of land remained in a wilderness condition. It includes lands unsuitable for settlement due to topography, hydrology, or vegetation. Development is restricted and natural landscape is preserved. Some examples are forest areas, open fields, and underdeveloped land. The rural zone. The rural zone is an area that consists of sparsely settled lands in an open or cultivated state. These include woodlands, grasslands, farms, and irrigable deserts. It is primarily underdeveloped natural land with some homes or buildings distributed throughout. Farming towns and mountain communities are two examples for this zone. The suburban zone. The suburban zone is an area that's almost entirely residential. Detached single-family residential homes are preferred. Landscape is kept natural and yards are relatively deep. Blocks tend to be large and the roads may be irregular to accommodate natural conditions. One example most may be familiar with are suburban communities. The general urban zone. The general urban zone is an area that consists of mixed uses, but is primarily residential multifamily housing. Residential areas are about 25% single family and 75% small scale multifamily buildings, such as apartments and townhouses. Small scale commercial buildings may have a wide range of building types, but maintain a pedestrian friendly environment. This zone typically has lots of trees and street furniture. Street furniture are objects placed or fixed in the streets for public use. These include outside seating, lighting, and road signs, just to name a few. The urban center zone. The urban center zone is an area that consists of mixed-use buildings with a tight network of streets. This zone allows for consistently bigger scale buildings that are usually 3 to 5 stories tall, with the bottom floor mainly used for stores or retail purposes, and offices and apartment housing on the upper floors. Buildings are also positioned closer to the edge of sidewalks. The urban core zone. The urban core zone is an area with the tallest buildings in the city and the greatest variety of uses. This includes civic buildings of regional importance. Building types range from 5 stories or more and are mostly large-scale office buildings, hotels, and apartment complexes. It may also include larger blocks with buildings set close to sidewalks. Downtowns are a perfect example for this zone. Special districts. Special districts are designations for areas with particularly specialized purposes. This zone is very auto-oriented, usually with large buildings and many parking lots. Some examples would be public institutions, universities, industrial parks, and stadiums. Special districts do not conform to normal development patterns. Now that we have gone over the urban transects, I would like you all to provide an example for 3 out of the 7 discussed zones or districts. Don't worry so much on the accuracy. This exercise is meant to measure how well we were able to deliver the information to you all. Thank you for your time and see you soon.